Okay, guys. Hello, good evening, and welcome to this call. And I'm really excited because I've been having deja vus because happened, as you read in the newsletter, in 1994, a company I joined before Isogenics. I was in a company that make an announcement, making changes of the plan and changes, not like Isogenics. You know what is cool about Isogenics? Every time they say something about the pay plan, actually they are adding something on the base of the plan, or the what we always have, like the one on the left, one on the right, becoming a consultant and executive. And now we have way more great things. And that didn't happen at the time. At the time, I remember that company changed the pay plan probably for I think it was the fourth or fifth time. I don't even remember. I was there only 2 years, and not even 2 years. And then, interestingly enough, they called me the week before to tell me how great the change was. And I remember I was so upset that the day I didn't agree. And the day that they announced it publicly on Monday, Halloween night, I was sending my resignation letter on a fax. They only got it right away because he was at the office and he was so upset with me. And then also sent a FedEx letter. But guys, I'm glad that happened because although that was another company, I was before Isogenis was born. That was in 1994 when I joined that other company. Taught me so many things. I built through the holidays, and that's something that we are going to talk tonight. Okay, let me go. I will be going through the plan of action. Make sure you share it with your group. And this is going to be very aggressive. And for those of you that are receiving the messages in the morning, and if you're wondering what do I mean, these are people that are doing the 90 days, the associates that are doing the 90 days. We talk about that fear is normal to happen, but the best thing to go against fear is to stop it and to go in action. And I know what we are going to talk tonight, some people are going to be probably full of fear. But let me tell you, what is the alternative? What is the alternative? Now, before I start, let me write the following required income disclaimer. And I have done this before, and I am doing it again because we are going to be talking about money. Now, this is a training. Now, I will be sharing some projections. The results you have will depend on your own efforts. They are not typical results. Nothing happens if you do nothing. This is called network marketing or network. If you don't work, you don't eat. If you're looking for freelance, you are in the wrong place. Complainers, people looking for us to build your business, please do not continue. The results are your responsibility and not ours. And I'm putting this to make sure that you understand that we are in a business and it's your business, although you are not by yourself because we are working as a team. And that's the cool thing that we work as a team. But make sure you keep this in mind, this disclaimer. And I'm going to have it on every webinar. I used it before just a couple of times, but I want to make sure because interesting, there are some people, I'm glad that they're real minority, really very few of them, but that they come and they say, well, are you going to put people on my other leg or are you going to build people under me? Guys, if we're in another company with a regular unilever plan or something like that, nobody will ever put anybody under you. But anyway, because the plan, you can't do it. This is an amazing plan. Now, let's get ready for this. Let's get ready for rock and roll. First, make sure you are in ownership. And now, some people are asking, why are you doing that? I assume that everybody's in ownership. Well, I did that too until I found out that there are some people that are not in ownership. And not being in ownership, guys, for most of you are, but some of you may not, or a couple of you, I found out, that you just order when it's necessary. The problem is that you are not participating in many of the bonuses and promotions. The other things that you can miss an order and then you're going to be upset because you are losing volume. But make sure now, there are a lot of new people right now on the call. The importance of ownership is from the health point of view, you never run out of the product. And second, you always are going to make sure that you are going to be protecting your volumes. Now, tools. And this is something that is sticky for some people. I tell you, guys, we are in a business, serious business. You must order tools. And my favorites are the Prosper magazines and also Michael Claus CD, How to Get Fit, Feel Fabulous, and Become Financially Free. These tools are for ISA sales tools. Also, make sure you order a pad for signing up people. The pads, I forgot to place it there, but the pads are really important. They come in packages of 50, and I think they're only about $14. Some people say, but that's money. Guys, if you use the 50, that means that you're doing too well. You don't have to worry about price. Anyway, step Three, check the training how to use your website to promote your business on the website, how to get going. This was a webinar that we did about 3 weeks or actually several weeks ago. However, I'm going to be sending Alex a new link to a abbreviated version in case, and the reason is because you are going to be using that a lot. Some of you I know are using it already. Now, step four, you are going to make your list. And for those of you that have been in Isogenes for a while, you heard me all the time. You have to keep updating that list. Remember, that's the first step of the success cycle. You must have your list consistently updated. Now, I never take anybody from my list unless the person die or it's a person that I don't want to work with because it's a person that maybe is not a people person or something like that. But make sure you always keep your list updated, and because you're going to be doing follow-up with many of these people. As a matter of fact, you are going to go back to some of them, and in a second we are going to talk about that. You're going to set your goals. Guys, for those of you that have been in the calls in the morning, goals are so darn important. You must know where you are going. If you don't write it down, so unconsciously, something is stopping you, is blocking you. Make sure you write your goals, and we are going to talk about that also here, and then go into action. Now let's jump right away to step four, make your list. And the reason we are is because step 1, 2, and 3 is really simple. 4, 5, and 6, we are going to go into this in this call. Step 4, make your list. Now, use the memory jogger from howtogetgoing.com, and I'm going to show you in a second. You also can copy the one that's in the back office in Isogenics. Do not prejudge anybody, including even people who you contacted before. Really important. Remember, Chini, if he had taken me out of the list the first time that I told him that he was crazy, I would not be in Isogenics. I probably would be in the other company still suffering because I would be totally stuck. Write your top 20 people and then choose the top 10 to contact this week. If it's possible, actually contact all the 20. That's the best. Top of the list, potential business builders. Some people are afraid to write down on the top of the list the people that are business builders and they have product users, people that need to lose weight on health purposes or just fitness. Guys, the top of your list have to be potential business leaders or builders. And these are people that know a lot of people. And again, that's another webinar we did. That is how to never run out of people. You can check that webinar and tell you how to identify these people. Packages recommended for the business pack, that's $1,099. The membership is included. Also, the PIB is $150 with a $600 volume. And the President pack, that's $559, also included the membership. The PIB is $80 and the BB $300. By the way, for those of you that remember in the promotions that we have, if you sponsor 2 people in the same week, with one of these packages, you double the PIB. That means the President goes to 160 and the business to 300. And now, we have been having great success lately. These are the only 2 systems that we are showing when we are doing face-to-face presentations or meetings or even on the telephone. Unless it's a person that we are contacting because they say, I need to lose weight, I don't care about the business, etc. Then you go to the next one. Product user recommend system, the recommended system, the 30-day systems. And I say systems because now we have 3 different options. We have the weight loss option, the performance option for people that are in good shape and want to stay in even better shape. And also we have the anti-aging system. Now, guys, I hope this is clear. And let me show you. This is the memory jogger that you find on the website on how to get going that we have thanks to Alex Cooking. Make sure you get it and then get the list of your top 20 people. The top 10 you are going to contact right away and then replace it for 10 more because our goal is to contact at least, 10 people that you contact would be 2 a day, but the idea is to have at least 4 people a day contacting 20. Now, step your goal, become a consultant in today's Manager 7. Now, guys, this includes everybody, even if you are already a consultant and you are equivalent of you are already a manager. Just create new consultants. Remember, we had a new promotion for everybody, regardless if you are already an executive or crystal executive. You can sponsor more people, and every time you create a consultant, you are going to get $100. Now, also, and this is really important, This is so powerful because this is the way that you want to start your new associates. If you're an associate, guys, look at this. A consultant in 2 days, manager in 7 days. As I say in my newsletter, when I joined Isogenics, I was so excited that when I joined the business, I called two people, Elian Jackson and Alex Cooking, that's in the call. And I became a consultant right away. I also called somebody, other person that is on my other side. I became a consultant right away. Interesting because Leanne and Alex became consultants right away also in the first 3 days. Or I think it was the same day too. And guys, and this is the power of this. You must do it because that's the way that you'll make money when you're a consultant. Now, consultant qualifications, and is I am adding this because I'm surprised sometimes some people still don't know. And for those of you that are brand new, I understand you have to have 100 MBV and two active associates on each side. There is no group volume required. And the reason I'm saying this is because some people that are coming from another companies may say that we don't have volume requirement, group volume requirement. Now, by the way, the two active associates on each side, they must have 100 BV also. Now, this is what happened. When you become a consultant in 2 days, you rank advanced to consultant with $50. And remember, we are going to be talking about the president bag. You sponsor two people in your first 2 days with PIBs, and this each one is 160 because it's $80 double, a total of $320. In other words, your potential in the first 2 days, $370. But let's see manager qualifications. Manager is when you have still the 100 BV bonus volume. You have two active consultants in the first 30 days after joining date. And by the way, so those of you that are consultant right now, you have the promotion until November 21st. You can get this manager bonus too. You can become a manager. But anyway, these are the qualifications. Person on 100 BV, two active consultants, 30 days after joining date, or in the new promotion until November 21st. There is no group bonus requirement, and these are the possibilities. You get a ranked bonus to manager of 250. You get two consultant bonus, 100 each one. Remember, when you create consultants, you get $100 for each one. This is a total of 200. You get two cycles too, because we are talking here about the president pack. This is what could happen in your first 7 days. $928. Remember, these are projections, as I said at the beginning with the disclaimer. But you see, what would happen if you have an extra $928? Now, we are getting ready for Christmas. Think about these numbers. Now, let's go to the rest of the step 5. The next one is to become a director. Next 14 days, 21 days after start date. This is next 14 days after you become the first 7 days. Why I say 21 days after start date. Director qualifications are personal volume 100 BV, 6 active consultants, 90 days after joining date is when you qualify. Now, no group volume requirement. By the way, it's 90 days with a promotion. If you happen to be a consultant or an associate and you joined before the announcement was done, still we had 90 days until I think January 21st. I don't remember right now off the top of my head. But you can also qualify. And these are the extra bonus that you get. You get $750 becoming a director. That's cool. Now, there are 4 president packs that you sponsor, obviously, because you sponsor 4 more people that become a consultant. It's 640. You get 4 more consultants, that means $100 each. That's a total of 400. You get 4 cycles. Cool. There's enough volume for 4 cycles, 216. A possible income of $2,006. This is in the following 14 days. And so far, in the first 21 days, you accumulate $2,931. That's really cool. I'm going to leave this on the screen. While I say something, guys, these numbers that you see, how quick the money can accumulate, is way simpler. We don't have group volume requirement. There are other companies that are, some of them are really popular. They have group volume requirements, and to get this kind of income, you have to have probably about $12,000 group volume requirement, and they have the limitation of how they can be, how the cycles have to be received. But this with the cycles, the bonuses, excuse me, we don't have that. You see, the only thing that you need is exactly consultant, and this is what happened. Cool. Executive, next 14 days. This is after the 21 days. In total, 35 days after start date or 5 weeks. This will be in weeks. Executive qualification, personal 100 BV, 10 active consultants, 5 on each side, 180 days after joining date. No group bonus requirement. Rank bonus to executive. Oops, I put the CU backwards, but well, it's okay. It's $1,000. Double VIP because you got four more people with president packs. Four more consultants, you get $400, each one for 100. Four cycles, possible income 2,256. And when we add, that's a total in the first 5 weeks of 35 days, $5,190 just in time for Christmas. This is really cool. Just before Christmas, a couple of weeks before Christmas. Guys, the reason I went through this because I'm showing you what the plan of action that you're going to have when your people come in, your new distributors. This is the goals that you're going to set up with them and the list that you're going to get up. And now let's go into the action part. But look at these numbers. Make sure I feel I'm excited. And Alex, what do you think compared with what we had when we started?
It's absolutely amazing. We were so thrilled when we saw our comp plan the way it was. We we saw the big picture, but it would have helped a lot to have these bonuses. If you would have told me, about these bonuses, I probably would have joined you within the first 30 seconds and not wait 2 or 3 minutes like I did.
Yeah, and by the way, that's a true story. I think it didn't take 5 minutes after I talked to Alex to join, and that was before we had any not even close. And for those of you that saw the comparison in the newsletter, I made around 200, actually at $320 in my first weekend. I suggest with this bonus, I would have made something like $1,300. But anyway, let's go into action. You're going to call your prospects. Yep. Let's go into the nitty gritty. You're going to message people on Facebook, MS Messenger, or any other social media system that you have. Yep. Action. You're also going to text people. The next slide will tell you what you can say. But guys, this is the action. Here is where we are going to go. And some of you saw part of the action in the newsletter that I sent today. Now, this is the one that I use in the newsletter today. Now, we have many scripts. Now, this one is really aggressive, and I like it. You say, hello, let's suppose, hello, Alex, I just got into this amazing business, and the reason I'm calling you is because I know that you and I will make a fortune working together. What is your best email address to send you a link to a short video? If this is not for you, that's okay. I have to call other people, but at least check the video, only that one, before you decide. This is really simple, but really direct, and always I say before you decide. Now, there are many scripts. This is something that I know is direct, and you can use the other scripts if they are working for you, but the fact is that you must go into action. Now, you set an appointment. I will call you up in about 2 hours to ask you for your opinion. What about 3 p.m.? Does it sound good to you? By the way, never wait more than 24 hours. The idea is right away because the video that you're going to send, the one is as I recommend on the newsletter. I prefer the video in experience isogenics, and then you can send the other business videos that are enterprising woman and retired with an business, anchor income, excuse me. Send a text right away as soon as you get off the telephone. Send a text confirming you send the video link, and then send another text or IM. This will be in Facebook or in MSN Messenger confirming your appointment. This is really important. This is something that sometimes we forget to do, and I am one of them. But it's interesting that the percent of people that watch the video goes up when you are reminding and confirming people. If possible, follow up with your upline. This is really important. It's why at the end I'm going to say some of the things that you have to do, and one of them you must recruit your upline in what you are going to do. Now, use the follow scripts that are in howtogetgoing.com, and most of you already know where it's at. Now, let's stay in the action. If they want more information, schedule a home presentation in your home or theirs. By the way, you can have a home presentation one-on-one, or you can create a bigger home presentation, and I will tell you in a second more. Send a text confirming your meeting. You're meeting them as soon them DM as soon as you set it up. Also send an email. Now, in other words, as soon as you say, okay, let's see, I see you in your home, or just or come to my home at a certain time, then you send a confirm me right away. Send another email and text the day before reminding your prospects about the meeting. This is really important. You make sure you keep the contact. This is not to ask for a meeting confirmation. This is reminding. And the same, you do the same day. Text and email the same day, again, reminding that you are going to be in their home. As simple as that. I will be sending a video in about 48 hours in 2 days on how to do a home presentation. But in the meantime, if you have to set the presentation, don't wait for that video. We have some guidelines already on the back office and also on how to get going. But I was going through and we have to update a few things because with the new bonuses and different things, I am going to update a couple of things. But and you can use what is there still. But again, I'm going to create a video for you that you can use right away to do a home presentation. Really simple. But again, guys, this, as you see, you're sending people to the video. They want more information. You can do a follow three-way call, but many people require a little more, and you can sit down with them in a presentation. Now, you may say, well, what if the person lives long distance? Then make sure you set up a webinar with them, send to one of the webinars, the company conference call that they have, or webinars about business. There are a couple of webinars that we have the link in our website about the business and isogenics. We are going to be updating it again because the new bonuses page. You can see one by Hillary Corney, and the other one I don't remember who it is. Alex, probably you have to remind me. um, oh shoot, I forgot. But we have it in howtogetgoing.com, and also in isogenicsbusiness.com. There's also a third webinar of a presentation on isogenics. You can invite people to those. Again, we are going to be updating the ones that we have. But this is in case long distance. But again, sometimes with video, 90% of the people actually, we sponsor a lot of people without having to go through the webinar. But if you have to sit down with them in a presentation or send them to those webinars. But anyway, this is using Facebook. You will post on Facebook results with the money and products. Very short, no details. Create curiosity. These are results not only yours, but other people. For example, I lost 7 pounds so easy without real diet. I just got paid $100 for sending people to a video. My friend, my friend, I don't know, Jimmy Smith or whoever, got paid $1,000 a month working from home. I just learned how to earn an extra 4,000 before Christmas, like for example tonight. Whoa, I got $80 because I told somebody I had to earn money before Christmas. You can't believe what happened to me. I met this woman who lost 100 pounds and she looks like a model. I mean, you say, you do this every day, and people are going to ask you, what is going on? When people click like or comment on your post, because people sometimes click like, sometimes they comment, and sometimes even share. What do you just contact them by Facebook? What do you like about my post? If they talk about weight, use the health script that's in how to get going. It's called George Scripts. If they talk about financing, also follow the scripts. Make sure you follow with the people who like and comment. Now, let me go back here. This is so important, guys, because this is another way to keep people asking. Sometimes the best way to approach relatives is when they are asking you, hey, what did you do? What up to you? What do you mean that person had some great results? What do you mean you got paid $100? Guys, those and by the way, some people it's funny. They get paid 54 or $100 or something like that, and they don't tell the world. Most people are not getting paid for anything except their regular job. You're getting extra money there. This is cool. Now, action working with your team, and this is important. Call 5 to 10 people on your team. That's what, like I say in the newsletter. Tell them what you are planning. Ask them to join you. Set goals with them and repeat this webinar with them. Also, call your upline, tell him or her what you're doing and ask for his or her support. Oops, let me stop here. This is really important, guys, because as you see, when I started in that company and also in Isogenics, I always started with a group of team and we set up goals together and we went into action. That's the same thing that you are going to do for the next 60 days and for the rest of your career in Isogenics. Guys, this works. This really, really works. And the committed people is the one that are going to work with you. I say call 5 to 10, but if you find only one, just work with that one. If you don't have anybody, just tell your friends what you're willing to do. This is really powerful. Now, most people will say no at first. Now, that doesn't mean that most will say yes later, but most people are going to say no at first. When you finish contacting your first 20 for a day, add 20 more people to your list. Follow up even with the ones who say no. Refer to the webinar. Never run out of prospects in how to get going. And again, refer your team to this webinar and also to the other webinars that we had. Guys, doing these actions, whoa, you are going to be successful. It's aggressive, but it works. It works. Now, can you imagine what would happen if you follow these webinar ideas? What would happen if people in your team do the same? Can you see yourself succeeding? Even if you don't accomplish all your goals before Christmas, can you see the momentum that you will be creating? And by the way, I lost an E, excuse me. This is so powerful, yet it only will become a reality by doing it. Guys, I am really excited about what is happening in Isogenics. This new bonus is going to create, and it's creating already momentum. I could see on Facebook already several people in my team advancing in the last week since the announcement was done to the position manager and director. And the cool thing that this is going to create more executives. Guys, this is an exciting time. And I don't know, Alex, if you have any comments or if there are already questions, but this is what I wanted to say tonight.
Well, all I can say is that we probably are going to have the best end of year ever in Isogenics with these with the new money promotion. And one thing, I have several people that have just recently started, and they're already starting to see their consultant money come in, and as soon as they hit manager, they know they are on their way. So this definitely is going to be tremendous for our business. I'm just checking here for questions, and the only question actually we have here right now is about pre-recorded webinars, and it's is there a pre-recorded webinar that can be used with prospects that are at a distance away, showing the numbers? And George, I don't know if you want to answer. Yes. I have answered also on the back office. There are several webinars.
Yeah, in the back office are several webinars. Now, we are creating a new webinar. It's going to be updated. It's going to be more really stronger business. We are going to talk about strong business, but there are already a few. And like Patty Barnum has one. Pam Barnum. She has one that was just recorded about a month ago by the company. And we have the links to also a Hillary Corney presentation, and you can follow those. We just have to update it with the new bonuses. We have to update all these webinars to show people more the bonuses. However, if you send it to one of those webinars, and then you can send them to the videos that we've been posting. For example, the video with the potential of the president pack is already posted for those of you that are in the BDP group or in the 90 days group on Facebook. You have seen already that video there, and also that video we are going to have the link on how to get going, where people can, after seeing the regular webinar, you can send them to that video. It's only 5 minutes long, and it's showing the potential of what can happen in the first 5 weeks with them. Basically, it's what we talked tonight, but just for prospects, and it's only 5 minutes. I'm talking about just the potential of the president pack. I would say that to use that one as a follow-up to regular webinars if the people want to see the number. And again, it's only 5 minutes long or short, depending how you want to see it.
And by the way, I do want to add something about the fourth item that you have in there, where it's on the picture on the slide that's on right now. That even if you don't accomplish, you just took it off, but even if you don't accomplish your goals, before the time that you set them, you will see the momentum that you'll be creating. Because I can tell you, one of my goals was to be a part of the 100-pound club um, by actually by celebration this last August, and I got to celebration and I had only achieved 98 pounds instead of the 100. And the only thing that happened is I didn't go on stage, but the advantage, the momentum was there. I felt great, and by now I've already today I ended up losing my 114th pound. So it's behind schedule.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. The same thing, with my money goals. I set them a little high, and nothing wrong with that. I just didn't achieve them. I'm about a year behind schedule in where I was, but so what? It doesn't matter. You set your goals, you can revise them, and so on. But this is very realistic. These goals, the numbers that George was talking about, were very realistic to achieve before Christmas. And if you don't
And
achieve
not
them
only
by
that,
Christmas, you'll achieve them in January or February.
that's true. And Alex, and even if you achieve, because the numbers were 5,190. Let me go back. Um, yeah, this, yeah, 5,190. Guys, even if you do half of that, it's $2,000, $2,500 extra for Christmas. Even if it's one quarter of that, even if it's $1,300 or $1,200 or $1,000, that's extra money for Christmas, guys. And we are talking about whatever you are earning today. And you can go even higher, because if you happen to be getting into the one star cycle, I mean bonuses, who knows? You could have $10,000 from here to Christmas or more.
Yeah.
Guys, this is a really powerful pay plan. It's simple, and what I like is that those we don't have any kind of group borrowing requirement like I'm showing here. And guys, but anyway,
Yeah.
it's exciting. I wonder, there is another question, by the way.
Hold on 1 second. I did want to make a comment about the simplicity of the pay plan, because I was on a three-way call with Jimmy Smith the other day, and we were explaining the plan to somebody that's a networker, and this is fairly a heavy hitter, and he was trying to explain to both Jimmy and myself his pay plan, and he basically couldn't. He said, look, I have to send you this, I have to send you this other document, you have to watch this video just to understand the pay plan. And what we have here is extremely simple. Hold on just 1 second, let me check on the questions. And there's just basically comments, but I know Chad is excited because he's just thinking 35 days to major money. So,
That's
well,
true.
I guess,
Guys,
and
by the way,
yeah,
the webinar that was, I mean, the video I was telling you, for those of you that received the newsletter, that video is there. And you just can click on the link, save that link, and send it to the people if they want to talk about the potential with the President Pack.
perfect. Well, then, George, it's one of these rare evenings that we ended almost on time. And again, we want to thank you all for joining us tonight. And George, thank you for, as always, preparing these presentations and guiding us through this. So, any other announcements you have for?
Well, the only announcement that I have is, guys, we are getting into a great times in isogenics. Let's go on out and prospect. Right now is the best time. And right now, today is the 26th or 25th. I don't remember right now. Not 29 tonight.
Yeah, like
Okay. Yeah, we have 29. Basically, we have 2 months to the end of the year. We have a month and a half to Christmas. Guys, right now is the time to speed up. People are going to come to you and say, yo, call me after Christmas. Guys, most of them are going to be the same people in January are going to tell you something else. Or call me after Valentine's Day. And call me after Mother's Day. Call me after Father's Day. Call me after the next eclipse. I mean, they're gonna find an excuse. Just find people right now. There are people out there looking for us, and today with Facebook, you can find tons of people. I gave you just a little show of what you can do in Facebook, and there are more things that are coming up too. They're not coming until November, but they're ready. But anyway, guys, have a fantastic day. Again, if there's no any other question, I guess it's time to go.
Okay, well, good night, everyone.